Hey guys, I got a pretty exciting day today. I am in the middle of nowhere, Wisconsin. Actually, I don't even know. If I bring up AccuWeather, it'll tell me where I'm at. I'm in Oakdale, Wisconsin, which is right along 94 here. But I am heading into, you notice I got a different hat on today. I am heading into Minnesota. I'm actually going to end up in Rapid City, South Dakota here, but I'm heading into Minnesota and I'm going to have some time off. And I'm gonna finally, for the first time in my life, this is all places I've never been before, I'm gonna go to Albert Lea truck stop, which is called Trails Travel Center, I think. But the reason it's so cool to me is I have been a Vikings fan my whole life. I don't talk about football, and I probably never will talk about football. I'm not an expert, but this place has inside, I believe it's called the Skull Tavern and Grill, which Skull is the chant for the Minnesota Vikings. It also has a place, Ragnar's Kitchen or Ragnar's Pantry. Ragnar is the Viking for the Vikings. And so pretty cool. I'm gonna go check that out, and we'll do some road shots and some other stuff. Maybe I'll show you around that truck stop, because I've heard it's incredible. I know it's a Petro, but I guess it's a privately owned one of the better ones. And yeah, pretty interesting. So, but let me tell you about something that happened last night that had me a little bit rattled. You know, nothing really big, except, you know, as a rookie flatbedder, you know, mistakes will really scare you. And I had a piece of equipment move on me. So let me show you what happened here. All right, guys, so don't worry, it wasn't a big piece of equipment, but it was this boom lift. And not the boom lift, the boom section. Notice it's not straight on the trailer. It was straight when we put it on. It was right in the middle, going straight down. The front didn't move as much. Basically, it pivoted on this belly strap right here. So I'll tell you how I originally did this, and you experts, and you know, and I consider anybody who has some experience in this, you know, driving safely as an expert. We have it on small 2x4s because we wanted it to fit underneath this, because the crossover. Now the reason it's loaded this way is because this man lift here is coming off first. So here's what I did. Put a straight across strap here. All right, that's just straight across strap. Then I belly wrapped this one. Put a belly wrap on here. Then this was a straight strap, straight across. Okay. It had one 2x4 underneath it. And I actually didn't put anything back here because I was within 10 feet of the end. Now, this thing weighs 510 pounds. And, you know, with those three straps, and what is that? Let's just, you know, 5,400, so it'd be 16,200 pounds. So obviously it was, you know, secure for the hold down, but, you know, as I was told in securement class, you know, we have to end relative to, mobility. So I realized what I did wrong. Now, I do my regular, you know, within the first 50 mile securement check, and then within every 150 miles after that. So I did that yesterday. I loaded this piece here, I loaded up in Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. Then this piece I went over to Clinton, Pennsylvania, and loaded at a JLG plant. And yeah, so I left out Pennsylvania. Clinton, Pennsylvania is, you know, Pittsburgh suburb. So I headed up on the turnpike, crossed Ohio, did my my due diligence on the checks, and yeah, so then I hit Indiana. Now Indiana is a bunch of criminals. Okay, they charge us top dollar to run on their turnpike. toll road, whatever they call it, and they never fix a thing. The only thing they fixed recently is they put up signs now that says rough road ahead. So I actually do more checks along Indiana. You know, there's, especially the toll road there where there's so many service areas, I actually do more checks. And everything was fine. Kept getting out checking. Yep. Then last night I decided to stop at the last one. What is that there? Portage? I don't know. The last service area before you get off in the greater Chicago area, and wait out some traffic because I was going to hit Chicago at 5 o'clock. I decided I didn't want that. So I get out to do my securement check, and this moved, which really scared the hell out of me. So I quickly learned that this didn't move, where it was belly wrapped, but this was able to shift over because this, with the straight wrap, had slipped over. Now, it was sitting on about this much of the board still, which leads to other possible problems. You know, if it drops, because if it falls off the board, then you really got no securement. Well, I mean, you know, you got it held in there. Now, obviously, I was lucky, you know, to learn this lesson while it was actually between the wheels, because it wouldn't have gone anywhere, ever. So to fix it, I had to loosen those up. Well, I loosened the front one up. It would turn on this one. Took this one off and belly wrapped this, retightened down the front, and then added this one. Now I was able to use my pry bar to lift up, put an extra piece of 2x4 under there, and then added this one to the back, which in hindsight I should have done, you know, right off the bat. But yeah, like I said, it's you know, a lot of you guys might say, no harm, no foul, but you know, as a rookie flatbedder, that was pretty scary to me, and lesson learned. Definitely won't happen again, I assure you. Anytime I haul one of these, it'll, you know, look like this. I'm not sure if I did that the right way with the corner protectors. You know, when I load this, they say they don't really care, you know, about, but I care. I still want some padding on it. And yeah, a little bit scary, especially when you think about this piece of equipment on here. And you know, if this piece of equipment moves, now you're dealing with a whole different deal. And like I say, I'm pretty crazy about the securement, especially being new to this, and I hope I always am. But you know, there's one guy I've become friends with, Choice they call him, out in New York, flatbedder for a long time. I've watched so many videos of his through this process and learned so much. I actually joke because I call him the king of over securement, which, as we know, isn't a thing. But I always say, you know, when I'm doing this, you know, I look at something and say, do I need that strap? And you know, what would Choice do? And you know, WWCD. And you know, on this load, I thought with the belly strap up the front, you know, within the first 4 feet, it really seemed like we were good. But lesson learned, and luckily nothing bad happened. But still, like I say, a little bit scary for me. I'll move on from this and take this as a lesson learned. And you know, luckily it was a small, but it's big to me. It's big to me. Somebody who takes a lot of pride in safety and, you know, doing things the right way in trucking. Yeah, it was scary. But hey, all right, that's enough for negative stuff. Let's move on, and I'm gonna get heading over here to Albert Lea. I'll get some road shots for you along the way. sign said traffic from right does not stop. I don't think the traffic from the left stops either. There was no stop sign. So I parked at that truck stop with a little road ranger. I got off the exit last night. I don't get this. I got off the exit last night, and there's a Love's there that was packed. Now, I was already looking for the road ranger because I just know how Loves are in the middle of the night, but you could look over and see that that Love's was so jam-packed. Just across the street was that road ranger, and all kinds of parking in there. I mean, at least 15 spots in that little lot. Easy spots too. It's not like they were hard spots to back into. I mean, mine, I actually pulled in at an angle and then was able to back right into the spot, so yeah. Yeah, a little windy out here today. They're expecting some snow tonight here, so you see they pinstripe the roads. But, yeah. Let's head to Minnesota. Well guys, I made it here. It's misting outside a little bit, but not too bad. Let's take a walk inside here, see what we got. Well, from first glance it looks pretty cool. I know that there's a McDonald's, a Pizza Hut, and a Caribou Coffee. I think there's even a Taco Bell in there. Maybe I'll be eating a lot of Taco Bell. I'll be honest with you, I haven't purposely eaten Taco Bell for a long time. I'm not going to be starting today. Of course, just like usual, every other truck stop, you got a bunch of Cascadias lined up there. They're too lazy to pull out after they fuel. I don't know, it must be a new generation thing. For those of you that are new generation, they leave all this room here so that you can pull up afterwards so the next person can get in line. But we'll go see what's inside. Yeah, so of course they got Pizza Hut, McDonald's, Taco Bell, all the usual stuff. But yeah, the drinks. Actually, they got a huge selection of drinks here. They don't. Usual to-go stuff. Yep. Pretty nice. Meats are from Wisconsin. There's the Caribou Coffee in the middle. I'm not a coffee drinker, but What's funny is this stuff, dill pickle salsa, all that stuff is things that they sell in Canton, Texas. I thought they made them and bottled them, but yeah, interesting. Yes, how cool is this? Luckily, they're not going to have my size on anything. I don't wear onesies, but and Spam. It's funny, I passed the Hormel plant right down the road here. So I don't know if it originated there or what. But yep. Minnesota Fan Stream, and there's the tavern over there. And behind the tavern over there is Ragnar's Table. Up here at the Skull Tavern, you get rotisserie chicken and all the usual gifts and stuff. Oh man, a lot of stuff there. Yeah, so I think I'll be trying the Skull Tavern for dinner tonight because I have some time off. And maybe Ragnar's for lunch. I don't know. We'll see. Just a pretty cool place. Well guys, there you have it. I showed you around and told you about my little mishap and I guess lesson learned. No harm came out of it, but it's a big foul to me. But hey, I've been you know, always wanted to come here as a Minnesota fan. I've always heard how cool of a truck stop it is, and it is definitely. It reminds me a lot of Dukes in Canton, Dodge City Petro, you know. And yeah, it reminds me a lot of them, and they're some of my favorites. So also the Iowa 80 truck stops I like, they're just so ridiculously expensive. But anyway, I'm gonna go have some dinner and stuff and edit this video so I can get it out for you guys. Next thing, like I say, that load on the back is delivering 2 stops in Rapid City area, and not sure what I'm doing after that, but we'll see. I've never been across South Dakota. In fact, last year, just before Thanksgiving, was the first time I was ever in South Dakota at all, and I only came down the east side of it. So I'm actually going the whole way across it, you know, to go to Rapid City. So definitely looking forward to it, and I'll try to get some more for you tomorrow. So hey, thanks for watching. Leave comments down below. I always read the comments. I love the comments. It's one of my favorite parts of this. And if you like this video, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.